This week, on Wednesday, tens of thousands of Jews completed the entire study of Rambam's Maimonides Mishnah Torah, his book of law. The greatness of Rambam's book of law is that he encompasses the entire Torah, the laws that apply to post-temple period and the laws that were only applicable during the temple times. He included everything in his book of law. And when you learn his book from beginning to end, which is sectioned in incredible organizations, about 14 books with many, many chapters and paragraphs and so on. There's about 1,000 chapters. And when you learn that, you got the whole entire gamut of Jewish law. You got the whole Torah. And he writes it in his introduction, actually, that all you have to do is learn the 5 books of Moses, and you learn my book, and you got it all. And the reason he wrote it was because he's really the first to take the entire body of Jewish law and organize it in book form so that you can learn topic after topic in good order. They become familiarized with every single law of the Torah. And that was the great, incredible contribution, because he had to collect it from the Talmud, from different responses by the post-Talmudic sages that were handwritten manuscripts, and he put it all together, which was really it's his magnum opus. It's called the Mishnah Torah, the second Torah. And as he writes, all you have to do is learn my book after you learn the 5 books of Moses, and you got the whole thing. And it's true. I myself have gone through Rambam now 41 times since this daily study of Rambam was started by the Rebbe in 1984. It takes 11 and a half months to complete the entire 1,000 chapters. If you divide them in 3 chapters a day, something approximately that much, and you finish it, and we finished it 41 times already. But it's interesting that the Rebbe then instituted a 3-prong or three options. One is to learn 3 chapters a day, and then you finish it in 11 and a half months, just under a year. You can learn 1 chapter a day, and you finish it in about 35 months, or just under 3 years. Or you can learn another book that he wrote, which is the book of the 613 Commandments, where he elucidates every mitzvah in very short, very concisely. But when you read that book, and it's also divided in 300 in about a year, and just 11 and a half months, exactly like the 3-chapter cycle. And you go through that, and you have all the mitzvahs. You become familiarized with the Torah, and it takes you 5-10 minutes a day, not even some days. Some days a little more, some shorter. But I want to highly recommend this, because if you're able to learn a chapter of Rambam a day, that's even great. 3 chapters, obviously. But even if you can't, you learn the book of the mitzvahs. You will have really mastered something really extraordinary. How many people can tell you they know the 613 commandments? Here you have a chance, 10 minutes a day. You can have it online, Chabad.org. There's different apps that you can just read it on your phone. It takes you a few minutes a day, and you have it. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. You're learning something that is being studied by thousands and thousands of people, of your peers and and people like you. So there's a certain unity that comes along with this as well. And there's so much benefit. It's just an incredible study, especially the Mishnah Torah, which gives you really a very, very in-depth and encompassing knowledge of the entire Torah. What an incredible accomplishment. And the more you do it, the more you get into it, the more you enjoy it, and the more you become knowledgeable, and you become a Torah Jew, a Torah scholar. So my friends, jump into it. Do it, and you'll be part of something great. You will go through it a year, and you won't thank me enough. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and all the best.